So whenever we see this panic selling that we are seeing right now due to the inflation or the market instability or the geopolitical situation that we are seeing right now, people tend to believe that we are having a market crash. And I'm not saying that we are not having. Let me clarify what's a market crash. Welcome back to Crypto and Stock. My name is Hugo and it's a pleasure to have you guys here again. If it's your first time watching this channel, please subscribe. It does help the channel a lot. And if you like the value of this video, smash the thumbs up, okay? And don't forget to leave a comment. It will not hurt. What is a stock market crash? While there's not a specific number that indicates a crash, the S&P 500 can go up and down 1% any given day. If you go outside these numbers, these parameters, it's considered an active day at the stock market. Good or bad, go a little bit off the 1%. In today's date, if the S&P 500 dropped 7% in a single day, trading might be stopped for 15 minutes. That's what we call the circuit break. And it just happened back in 2020. And this has only happened a handful of times in the history of the stock market. We don't like those. Like drop that much, it's not good. In one single day, whew, no. Okay, so I'm gonna read the definition of a stock market crash. A stock market crash is a sudden, dramatic decline of the stock prices across the major cross-section of the stock market, result in a significant loss of the paper wealth. Crashes are driven by panic selling and underlying economic conditions. They often fall in speculations and economic bubbles. So let's talk a little bit about that. Even though the stock market has like a roller coaster moments, the reality is that stock market crashes are not that common. Let's talk about a few of the stock market crashes. In 1929, the biggest one, that's what they call the Great Depression. The market dropped 80% and took 20 years to recover. That's insane. And there was not another stock market crash until 1987 when the stock market plunged 25%. And that's when the SEC, they decide to implement trading curbs and circuit breaks to prevent the sell-off. That's what we saw back in 2020. Then the next one was back in 2000. And that's when we had the surge in the investing of speculation of the tech companies back in the 90s. And in March of 2020,
the dot-com bubble burst.
The S&P dropped nearly 50% and took 7 years to recover. So then in 2008, we had the house bubble.
With the subprime mortgage crisis.
The S&P 500 dropped about 50% and took 7 years to recover. If you don't know about the house bubble, watch The Big Short. It's a movie. It's excellent, explained in detail all about this bubble. Then we had 2020. That we just lived there 2 years ago. The COVID came, and in February 2020, the stock market dropped 30% in matters of 30 days. But in August 2020, the market was back up. So it only lasts 6 months. So let me give you a little disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm just a YouTuber, a normal person like you guys, and I give my opinion. This is how I see the stock market. This is how I invest. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm not telling you to sell, hold, or buy stocks. Make sure that before you do anything, follow up with financial advice, okay? Disclaimer is done. Let's go back to the video. If you're a new investor, first of all, you need to figure out how much tolerance do you have? How much volatility can you handle? Just because your stock dropped 10%, are you selling everything and quitting the stock market? Or can you handle like 50% drop and you're gonna wait 5-10 years to get all your money back plus? So that's the type of investor that you need to figure out how much volatility can you handle. Because if you cannot handle a lot of volatility, you need to buy stocks like Coca-Cola that has not a lot of volatility, but there's not a lot of growth. But if you can handle a lot of volatility, then you can buy some speculation stocks and maybe got like bigger growth. So you need to decide which investor you are. How I handle this market, how I invest, let me tell you. I follow 3 points. I trust diversification, I buy in the dip, and I look in the long term. Let me talk a little bit about that. Diversification. I do not buy one sector. I have some energy sectors, I have some financial sectors, I have some staple sector, I have some tech sector. So I have all these sectors on my portfolio, and some are really down right now, and I do not worry about that because I know in 6 months to a year it's gonna be back up, as I hope. I hope. But I do trust it. I believe in a company, so I think this company is gonna grow in the future. I'm ready to buy in the deep. I'm buying tomorrow morning. I already have with my M1 Finance account. I already have the order to buy some stocks. Back in 2021, there was no cheap stock. Everything was expensive. But now it's a different story. There's tons of stocks there. They're pretty cheap. And a lot of people make millions back in crisis. And that's what I'm trying to do it. I want to make millions out of this crisis. Right now it's down, I'm buying. And I focus on the long term. It is normal to feel pessimistic after the stock drops so much. If you invest in the long term, doing nothing often is the best course to do it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting money there and I'm forgetting. 20 years down the road, 30 years down the road, then I'll collect my profit. And just to finalize this video, I want to show a graphic here. I'm gonna put on the screen right now. Okay, so in this chart you can see the S&P. This is the S&P 500 chart. So I want to show first here 1987. It had the crash and drop, and look at that. It's going up. It's going up, right? Back in 2000, big crash, and went back to up. 2008, like really deep crash, and came up again. 220 came down again, a crash, and look down there. What you can see from 87 to 2000, 2008 to 2020. Look, the stock market doesn't matter all this crash. It still keep coming up. So if you bought stocks back in 2000 and have not sold, right now those stocks are worth a lot more. 2000 was less than $2,000 and now is over $4,000. But that's my opinion about the stock market crash. Are we gonna have a crash? It's kind of hard to predict. There's a lot of indicators that say yes, it's gonna be bad, but I trust on the Federal Reserve. I trust on the economy of the US, and I trust on the people of the US. And I think that we're gonna rebound that really fast. I think and I hope, okay? So, but that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you have any comments, put it down below. If you like it, smash the thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed yet, go ahead, subscribe, help me out, okay? And you have a great day, and I talk to you guys later.